almost said good morning, good morning, good morning. See how the mind just works?
Good evening, good evening, good
It's good
evening.
evening, good evening, good evening. Yes.
How you doing,
How
fam?
is it
How y'all doing?
going?
I don't know. It's happy hour. I'm finna go grab a drink. Give me a second. I'm going to the bar.
Shoot, hey, can you bring me one?
All right.
Mar-
I got you.
margarita,
I'll take
please.
some water this time.
All right.
Margarita with tequila. Yeah, look.
I'll take the water this time. Hey, cuz you had the water this morning. This time.
All right. Got you.
Hey, I will say that I did get my cookout cup.
Okay. Right. American. You brought wings to the
So
cookout.
yeah, man, it's water in there though. It's some water.
Got you.
Isn't that something? He said American Deli. Y'all know them by their cups.
Yep. You see that?
Oh,
He
he
said
said
you
it
got
at the
some
bottom.
wings. Look,
See, I don't.
cuz already knew. He said you had some wings in you. Yep.
All right. Going to get those wings.
Yeah,
Wings
man.
in the barbecue.
You get a craving every now and then, man. You gotta satiate it, man. But welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. This
Brandon,
is
check
what?
out what Miss Brenda said.
Hey. Oh yeah, it's a lot different than the it's a lot different than the morning.
Miss Brenda said you island
slipping
ready.
in the morning.
Oh,
I'm
that
an
was
island boy.
funny. Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
Miss Brenda.
Miss
Miss
Brenda
Brenda
got a
knows she
chicken.
family now. When she starts checking you, you know she
Yeah,
family.
chicken at the barbecue. She said you island ready, man. And we're going to play the Brandon
People
island
gonna
ready.
start thinking Miss Brenda is the producer or something. She has to be doing something on the show. She's consistent as it gets.
Yeah. We gotta do something with Miss Brenda.
Yeah,
especially if she gonna be checking me. I need that in my life.
Yeah, Brandon island ready.
Island ready. You know, it's always that one cousin, that one uncle. That.
All right, you can go put
The
his
check you at the
But
barbecue.
welcome y'all. Welcome y'all to the 100th celebration of the In This Season podcast, where this is the 100th day. And if you were here this morning, you got a piece of what we do every single morning, which is read from a book. I won't say anything about the book as of right now because there might be some questions that you all might be able to answer that might benefit you. So, Mom, I think you got it all listed out. You know the itinerary. So what head of it?
Hey, Happy Hour don't have an itinerary. What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, well, you really are growing because Mama.
Happy Hour. We just
usually the Tammy I know is like, okay, we got this, then this, then this, then this.
Hey, I might have to drop this episode because you got in trouble earlier this morning and you back at it again.
No, see, I was passing a compliment. See, Mom, you transformed, right? You've been telling me you've been working on different things and stuff like that, and I just see you. I see.
Right. She's being flexible and adaptable.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Let it go.
Appreciate
let it flow.
Because really saved.
Right.
Because saved. See, Will was the one. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. When we were kids, Will was the one like, all right, Brandon. All right, Brandon, that's enough, man.
Right.
You said too much. You didn't talk back a little too much. Nah, y'all shouldn't do that. Will was always the one letting us know. He was the conscious of the group.
Right, yeah. Aware.
So appreciate it, Will. You helped me out.
Like, whoa, time out. We about to get slapped. If you time out, don't say anything else. Of course, they go across all our faces.
You started looking in the face of the mama, the mama face, like, okay. Yeah, it's all good.
Right,
but no, I
don't have. I'm about to go to the store because I know they're on the way home. So when I catch y'all when I get back, because
it's all good. I don't have a plan. I don't. I mean, I don't have like this schedule. I have some things ready and I'm going to let them flow. So I guess we could start out kind of with with your favorite day. What is it how this book has helped you? Let's just do that. Let's just go around and kind of talk about, and I don't know, Will, have you caught any of the shows since you were on with me last? Have you been able to listen?
A few.
A few. So, I'll I'll start, you guys. For me, it's like my syrup on my pancakes, right? It's like my gravy on my rice. It's my cornbread with my greens, right? It's all that. It's all that and some more, right? The lemon in my
She broke up
water.
on us a little bit.
I did. We need not start this. I don't know why.
On my side, you did.
Okay. All right. So it's all that, you guys. I feel that I've been traveling this road for quite a while. Did my first, I don't know if you call it podcast back then, but June 2011 was when I started this thing. As far as the transformation, it actually started there in Florida in the deepest way, right? So with me experiencing the wind, like that was a very, very life changing day for me when I'm talking in a sense to myself about the wind that I can feel. I see it move things, but I cannot touch it. I can't put my hands on it. I can only see the strength of it, see the wind's purpose, right? So I've been on this journey, and I feel like this right here, this book, like Brandon said, has become my best friend. And I still just welcome the day to be able to sit with Dennis Kimbro, and I want to hear more about his spiritual life when he was writing this book,
Yeah.
because it attaches to people. I met a lady out in the first episode that we talked about, was literally talking about what she was going through, and she sent me a text, and this was about a week or so ago, and I've received so many texts from people with the same thing. So um this is good. This is good. So my spiel. Y'all
Who's
there?
next? Who's next? Will, you next. I'll go last.
Okay, and this is just our feelings or takeaways from the book. Or are we talking about our favorite episode?
Yeah. What you anything you've gotten from the book, your feel about the book, and then we'll talk about our favorite days. Or if you want to go ahead and share your favorite day, please feel free to do so.
Got you, got you. Um, my thoughts about the book is that Dennis Kimbro, what he set out to accomplish, I think that he actually definitely hit the bullseye with the book. As it states in the back what the purpose of the book is, what direction is going to give you, how it's going to change certain elements and certain parts about your thinking that ultimately changes your life. I think it goes back to something that you said, Auntie, like you want to know what his spiritual walk was during that particular period of time, because in context and in reference, that's essentially what we're all to gain from the Bible. When we read the Bible, it's supposed to create a transformation that creates a understanding and a purposeful relationship with our Creator that gets us to a point to where we are grateful for the lives that are around us in our own life, and we don't take anything for granted. And I think that the book, from an affirmation standpoint, and the affirmations attaching on to devotionals, because I've read multiple devotionals before, but they don't really, not in this particular way. The way he lays out the book, to whereas, yes, you can read the passage. If it doesn't hit home in the passage, then it should hit home in the affirmation. If you didn't catch it in the affirmation, hopefully you caught it with the quote that was attached to it. And, I would say, Auntie, and even some of the times when you all are going through certain days within the book, you're trying to draw the connection between the quote and the passage. And you're like, hold on. And then as you as we continue to discuss it, as you talk more and more about it, then you start to see where those parallel lines run together, and how
Mhm.
he came up with pulling that particular quote for that particular passage. And it gives you something to walk away with. And I think ultimately over time, if you do it consistently enough, once it becomes a habit, then it's truly going to change your habits. Now your habit is to read the book. Now your habit is revolved around this book being your best friend, because now you're lighter, and people don't realize that, when you are gaining education that makes you a better overall person, and grow your character, and even gives you a different perspective, your understanding for people changes. Your understanding for grace and care and love for yourself changes, which allows us to walk in this enlightenment. People like to talk about being woke, but you just cuss that person out at the light. Like that don't. But if you are woke enough, you will understand you should probably hold yourself accountable and be a little convicted about that. And you know, Dennis really tries to touch on every point. It doesn't matter your religious beliefs. It doesn't matter your what city you're from, what state you're from, your demographic, your economical status. The book will really truly be able to take you on a journey that, when you take these bits and pieces of nuggets from different places and understand the true impact of the book, that you're in a better space afterwards. You're saying stuff, something similar to what, Auntie just mentioned, in regards to like, okay, no, like this made a difference. I was on a journey, but this book helped me through the journey. And I feel like I'm about to cross the finish line and kind of run through the belt, or whatever you want to call it, when you break the can't think of what they call it anyways. But when you cross the finish line before anybody else, and yeah, I truly appreciate it. That's why I say, let's see if we can pick up another book and just keep going, because it, for those who are on here, for those like Linda, who has been with us, or Brenda, who has been with us the entire time, she has to, we need to know what her changes have been. Maybe she could drop it in the chat box and say, hey, this is how it's really impacted my life. But Dennis, he has one with this one. I wish it was bigger than what it is, but thankful to you all for finding it and presenting it and providing the education through it.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, Mr. B.
Well, my takeaways from this book. First off, the way the book came to me was very interesting. So it was by my in-laws when they were moving from one home to another, or basically selling their home, and my mother-in-law was moving to California, and she said, "Hey, Brandon, here's some books. I know you like to read different books. Pick any of these books, that you want." And one of the books was Daily Motivations for African American Success. And I was thrown back, like, why would you have a book for your daily motivations for African American success? But it was actually her father's, right? It was my wife's father's, who was a University of Memphis professor, and at the time he was the art department chair of the University of Memphis. So it seems like something that he would read. But anyway, I picked it up, and I noticed that it was very digestible. Like it was very short passages. It was something that I could read every day, that I could look forward to, that I could expect, that I could maybe get something from. And I knew that it wouldn't tax me too much, right? It wasn't like where you get so invested in a book and you're like, oh man, I got to go back and I got to read this. It's like every single passage, every single day, you get the golden nuggets, you get the weighted words, you get the inspiration, the motivations, and the affirmations, right? You get those early, first thing in the morning, if you want it, right? And so at first I was reading them haphazardly. I'd read a day and then I see it on the counter and then I read it another day. Like, oh man, I started to notice that every single one that I read was hitting. It's like when you get the dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, usually by the 11th or 12th donut, it don't taste like the first donut. That first donut was like, man, and we always want what that first donut is like, right? Like for me, that's the closest thing to like a hard drug. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first hit is the best as far as these donuts. But with this book, I noticed that every single time that I read it, I got something just as deep as I did the first time I picked it up. Right. So I was never I was always entertained by this book, but also I was fed at the same time. Like there was something novel about it. There was something that was interesting as far as the way that it made me see things, or the perspective that it gave, or the quote that it used, and the person that it used for the quote. Like today with Stevie Wonder saying that, before I get in the passenger seat with a drunk driver, I'll drive myself. Right. Like it's just very thought provoking, right? And insightful at the same time. So I was fed mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Um, and all it took was for me physically waking up and making sure that I was here and present. And I know, like, from MMA, if you show up, that's half the battle. And I showed up, and I feel like it's blessed me with more success. And I will say this, not to keep it long, but I have never been more consistent in my day trading with my stock trading and options. I've
Mm-hmm.
never been so as consistent as I am now. I've had one red day in about 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time I had a red day was because my son entered the trade for me by pressing my computer. Right? And I tried to manage the trade. I managed it well and did some other trades to try to levy it up. I only ended that with like an $80 loss. But I will say, that type of consistency, I think, is bred because of us reading this book every single morning and me already being up, ready, at it, awake, mind thinking. It's one thing to get up an hour before the stock market opens and everybody else is asleep and you're not engaging with people, your mind's not really functioning, and then to start the stock market. It's another thing to have read this motivational and some inspirational words and have talked to my mother and my cousin, sometimes, and have already been started up. Every engine inside of me had been started up. So starting the day on whether it be you have a job or like the fence business or day trading, it made me more successful. It made me more productive. So it's followed me that way.
Yeah. And how we start, you guys, is how it goes, really. I think we had one about that, like how you start your day, your morning,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. If it's 7 o'clock in the morning or, 12 o'clock if you work at night and you're getting up late, how we start, how we start is how it goes,
Can I
right?
be a nerd for you real quick, Mama?
Yeah.
One time that that reminds me of
A
like,
nerd?
yeah, nerd moment. I just want to be a
Okay.
nerd for a second.
Okay.
You reminded me of something, like how we start our day is usually how our day goes or how our day ends, even sometimes. And it
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of like when you throw a football, even like like trajectory. Like if you throw a football, it's gonna come down the exact same angle, but like in the other way as when you throw it up. So if you throw it up and it's at this angle, when it goes down, it'll be at that very same angle on the way down. And if you throw a rock in the air, anything like that, it's gonna come down the same angle. So you reminded me of that when you spoke about that. So sorry for that nerd moment, but I had to share, because sometimes I always think that there are physical realities that
Mm-hmm.
mirror inner realities. So things that you can
Mm-hmm.
see in nature, there's something that's mirrored that inside of you, So
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Oh yeah, I think it's absolutely true. Where all these,
Yeah.
tenured folk get these slogans and catchphrases from, usually is some physical truth to it.
yeah, absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely.
So, Miss Brenda, can you guys see Miss Brenda's comment? Let's see if we can get it on here. Um, my favorite so far are, I guess, absolutely positively has to be there overnight, which reminds me of the FedEx, a company that I have worked at for 40 years, which was the beginning. Rise and Shine was my other favorite, which reminds me of the end of the career at FedEx, which will be at the end of this month. And the quote, "What looks like the end of the road is only a turn in the road, the beginning of a new and more profitable experience."
Go on, Brenda.
Wow.
Go on, Brenda.
Auntie Brenda, Sister Brenda
Yes,
for me, she's y'all
Man,
auntie.
yes,
how
yes.
about that?
Wow.
That's awesome,
That
Brenda. Man,
that's
I'm so
awesome.
happy, man. That made my day.
Yeah.
Bye, FedEx.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations to you, though, Miss Brenda.
40
Congratulations to
years.
you. 40 years,
Wow.
40
That's a
years.
lifetime. That's
That's a
older than you
dream.
all.
20 years? No, it's not.
Huh?
40,
40
You said
years.
40? She said
40,
40 years? Did I
40,
Yeah.
misread
yeah,
that?
40,
40.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
older than both of us. You put it back up.
40.
40 years, Miss
40. Yep,
Brenda. Wow.
amazing.
You
Wow.
talk about clearing up some space. Like, wow. I'd love to hear your plans. Like what's next? Because I mean, if you're gonna walk away from 40 years, this is a way to do it. You've been rocking with us. I don't know. You may have missed 1 or 2 days, if any, because I think you said you go back and you listen to the ones that you are not here for. So um, that's what I mean when I say when God is doing a thing. When you think a thing in your life, He's doing everything. He's doing everything and a lot of things. It ain't nothing happens to you that ain't happening for somebody else.
Mhm.
Nothing that you go through or grow through is just for you. Somebody else is growing through the same thing. That same thing is kind of like as you said this morning about Brandon, the son who was a second generation alcoholic. Who knows what he will be able to do with that
Right.
if it's something that he grows through and he gets over and changes his life. Who knows what he can do with that? Stevie
Right.
Wonder said, I drive myself before I ride with a drunk. Imagine that. That's a deep, deep, deep statement. So, Miss Brenda, we were rocking with you, rocking with you. Um, so Brenda, they checking you today for real. Somebody says,
Panama Jack. Uh,
They they're drinking. We're not. They got the real
Hey.
drink. We up here with water.
Panama Jack.
Oh man, y'all keep it coming, man. I love it. Man, if I could have on my
Brandon,
next birthday,
I'm
can
not
we
gonna
have a
lie
can
to
we
you.
have a roast?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Brandon. I definitely when you took that fedora off, I was gonna tell you probably should put some suntan lotion on your head. You don't want
Now put this
to
back
get
on,
the
cuz.
sunburn on a
I'm put
bald
this
head.
back on.
I've heard
See,
it doesn't feel
I,
good.
I ain't trying to shine on y'all too much though, but look at the beam. It's on beam, cuz. Like that boy head on beam.
Stupid.
y'all y'all don't know. Hold on, let me let me get
Right.
this going over here.
Is that
No,
really
man.
a buffer? You can buff your head?
Yeah, man. I think so. Why not? You know.
Okay, so we got
Mr.
another
Clean,
one in. One of my favorites, and this is from a brother, Mike. He says,
Big
"Follow
Mike.
or get out of the way. Follow or get
Yeah.
out of the way. And you better eat your Wheaties." Is
Mm.
another one of his favorites. So
I,
all
I, I would
good.
imagine I could probably guess that with him. He a sports dude. Eat your Wheaties.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
box, whoever's on the cover of that box meant a lot to Unc. I'm sure.
Yeah. And I think that one was follow, lead, or get out of the way, right? Follow, lead, or get out of the way, I
Yeah,
think.
I think
And
so.
then you better eat your Wheaties. So all some good ones. All right. So do y'all want to let's put a question. Brandon, Instagram's up and going out there, right?
Nah, they still don't want me. They don't want me to be. They don't want me to
So
be free.
they didn't let you go this morning either?
Nope.
I
Nope.
thought we were live on Instagram this morning, no?
No, I tried to, but then it kept popping up,
Oh wow.
saying that
Okay.
maybe the 10th is the last day. I don't know. They don't want me to be
Yeah,
great,
we
but
got
they
to
can't
get something
stop it.
straightened out over there. Yeah, yeah. That's not cool. That's not cool. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right. So I guess it's
Worst
better for
worst
you
things are
guys,
happening
right?
to better people.
So let me do this.
Worst things are
Um,
happening to better people.
let's see. All right. Now I got that going. How I get back to y'all? Somebody should have told me about this. All right.
That's
That
another
sort of
thing too,
sound like
Mom.
Barbara, don't it? Huh?
So that's another thing. Like you do all of this live. Like y'all don't know this, but Mom has a back office and is pulling in comments. She's setting up the stream
Yeah.
keys for my Instagram. You know what I mean? She's doing a lot. So y'all,
Okay, y'all
thank you, Mom.
check. Let's see. Let's see if I can rock with this. Y'all ready? Y'all got
Yeah,
your
we
hands
ready.
on your phones. Put you on speakerphone because it's the first one that brings it in. We're not all
All right.
right. Y'all
Y'all
ready?
y'all get y'all get
Drum
your
roll.
Twitter fingers ready. Thumbs ready. We got some questions for you.
See if I can do this. Slide. Um, your computer. That might help. All right. So, can y'all see that? Am I sharing something?
Not yet. Let's
Not
see.
yet.
Nope.
Hold on. Don't give
Look at
up
the
on me.
anticipation on Brandon's face.
She got me excited. Like I'm about to answer a question. I'm like, all right, come on, I'm ready. Man, I'm ready.
All right. Um, Drum roll. Where's my slides? Hold on now. Share my screen.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What do you?
Okay, yeah, y'all go ahead and
Yeah.
talk about your favorite days while I get this out. Just keep your hand where it's supposed to be, because I'll have it here in a minute.
Will, which one was yours? On purpose,
Mine
right?
was I'm trying to remember. You did that on purpose.
You did that on purpose. That was it.
You did that
It
on purpose.
was, I got you right here. It was April 5th. You did that on
Mhm.
purpose. We must all find our true purpose. Let's see. Y'all know I can't see.
Oh, I
We
have it.
must
I
all
have it
find
right
our
here.
true
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, Mama, you supposed to be working on the back end.
Right.
We got this.
Right. I could write. I could. You want to read that through it?
No,
You want
just
to
Yeah,
get
just I
just
ready?
guess
yeah.
what was it about that one that stuck out to you, and why did you pick that to be? Why did you say that was your favorite? Why is that on your favorite?
Okay. So here we go. Well, I tell you what. Let's do this. Instead of reading the passage, let's do the quote and the affirmation, and then talk
Okay,
about it.
cool.
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
quote was by Michael Jackson.
I didn't want you to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, the quote was by Michael Jackson and says we must all find our true purpose like Michelangelo and Mozart and Leonardo da Vinci. Each of us must develop a mission in life. And the affirmation on that day was I will align my purpose with my goals. And oftentimes for different reasons, I feel like we're led in different directions from, being advised that by our parents or maybe taking note to it to what's going on in culture in our adolescence. And, it plays a role on what we decide and how what we kind of see happening in life. And, and a large influence of that truly does still go back to your parents. And so it starts to develop this idea of what life looks like for you, and it starts at a young age, but as you get older, especially through high school, it becomes a little bit more realistic. Then you get to college and it's like, wait a minute, like I know I need to pick a major and I got to figure this out. But truly at that particular point, for most of us, you don't know what your purpose is. And even at that age, if you're doing something that you're being successful in, you still don't know if that's your purpose, and it still could not be your purpose, that you could be just operating in a talent. And so you never get this chance to truly feel be fulfilled in life, and you don't gain the fulfillment that you see or you think other people have or you think that you should have, because you really haven't attached to your purpose. So you're coming up with all these different goals, you're doing this, you're accomplishing that, and you're trying to figure out like, why do I still feel like I haven't reached the part where, this is what I do and I do it because I love doing it, and that's what they say. If you do something that you love doing it, then you're not working. And that's all good and dandy, but then you got bills to pay, so it don't quite match up. And so usually your purpose or the goals that you decide to place in your life are all financial. Everything that you doing is financial. But one thing that you see for certain other great artists, great entertainers, sports figures, they always say, whatever you do well, get paid for it. And so I feel like that's the best direction that he could take you in, because it's an entertainer that he's using in this quote with being Michael Jackson. You mean to tell me Michael Jackson, little Mike with the little afro, knew he was going to grow up to be the person that we know him to be, the icon Michael Jackson that he left this world being? I don't know. That's a question that we don't know. We probably have an interview to be able to ask Michael that question, or maybe he somewhat, in some way or in context, he kind of answered that question for us. But that I would say maybe for him it was a little bit easier. But as you see, for some of his other brothers and sisters, they were a part of the group too, but they're doing other things in music that match their purpose. They didn't grow up to be just this iconic figure from the standpoint of breaking all these records and doing all these things and just changing and shaping culture based off their influence on it. And to use him as an example is, okay, once you find that purpose, go do that with all your might, and everything else that you need to sustain, God will give you to sustain and actually flourish in that purpose. But what we must seek out is what we need to do on purpose. And once you find out what that purpose is, and the one thing that I took away from it, I think Auntie Love was, I want people to say he did that on purpose. When I leave this earth, it's like, nah, he did that on purpose. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a mistake. I was intentional about my life. And so I think everyone should be intentional about their life and the way that they choose to live their life. To the point that we were talking about Stevie this morning, control your controllables. I can tell the drunk driver no, and it might take me 2 days to get to my destination, but I'm going to get there. Do that with intentionality, and I feel like that's what Stevie was. That was the quote that tied to the 100th day that we read this morning. So,
All right, Brandon, go on and skin your cat because I'm gonna have to skin this one another way, but I'm ready. Go ahead and do your do, and I'll do mine.
are you muted?
You muted the kids. We can't hear you.
Oh, okay, got you. Sorry about that. I think mine was titled "High Five," if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it, Mom?
Yes. 19. I think yours was February 19.
February 19, was it?
Yeah.
That one really stood out to me. Okay, here it is. Yeah, high five. And it said, lack of self-confidence and the fear of failure are opposite sides of the same coin. Lack of self-confidence and fear of failure are opposite sides of the same coin. And the affirmation was, I will always believe in myself. And one of the reason that this stood out to me was that it was about this little boy who was overheard talking to himself in the backyard. And he kept saying that, I'm the greatest hitter in the world. I'm the greatest hitter in the world. And he was throwing up a baseball. And every time he threw it up, he'd say, I'm the greatest hitter in the world. And he would swing that baseball bat and he would miss. And he would say, he'd say strike, I think he said like strike one. And then he picked it up again and did it again. He said, I'm the greatest baseball hitter ever. And he missed again and strike two. And he did it. Then he looked at it. He looked at the ball and looked at the bat like, okay, something must be wrong with the ball and the bat. And then he said, okay, I'm the greatest hitter to ever live. And then he threw it up and swung. And then he missed again for the third time. And then after a pause that I can imagine, like a little kid only can do, right? He cried out, wow, strike three. What a pitcher. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world. So like just the reflexive nature of success, right? Like wherever you are, you can be successful. Don't think that because it didn't work out just the way you had planned it exactly that you're not successful. There's a million other things that you have to be successful at just to make it to where you are. You successfully woke up today. You successfully did all these things to get you to this very moment, right? And to discount all of those successes based on the unattainment of some goal that you might have had that you may even it may not be that you failed, you just haven't reached it yet, right? But you'll never know if you stop, and you'll also never know if you don't have this positive disposition about your life and about your place in it. Right, because he could easily say, I'm the worst hitter in the whole world, but he didn't. He said, all right, I just might not be a hitter. I might be a pitcher, because obviously ain't nothing wrong with the bat, ain't nothing wrong with the ball, and I know it ain't nothing wrong with me. So something's got to give, and the only thing is I'm not in the right field or occupation. So I think the flexibility of this young boy described in this passage reminds me of how flexible I should be, how adaptive I should be. How Maya Angelou said, I don't pick it up or put it down, but I'm here and I'm present for it. No matter what it is, I'm embracing whatever is happening, and I'm looking for not only the silver lining, but the best of what this situation has to offer. Whether it seems to be an obstacle or a challenge, I know it's not more than I can bear. So I might as well learn while I go through it.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think about when you say, if I wake up today and I feel like I'm 80%, can you give 100% of that 80%?
Right. Right.
Can you do that, right? So I couldn't get my PowerPoint to work, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the question out there right now. So y'all get ready to tell me, type this answer in as a comment. Here we go. All right. Show it. There it is. And counting. Y'all,
All right. Who's gonna be the
everybody
first
better
to
know this.
answer? First to answer.
Who is the author of Daily Motivations for African American Success?
Told you keep your
Who
thumbs
is
out,
the
y'all. Who's gonna
author?
say it first?
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Of
Y'all keep
course.
count. Keep count now. Okay, so Miss Brenda, question one.
All
Okay.
right, hold on. Let me write this down.
You gonna do it for me, Brenda? You too late, KL. Too late. Go back to sleep in California. You writing it down for me, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
All right. So let's do this other one. Y'all ready? Put your hands on the keypad now. Here we go. This probably worked out better. So let me come back. Here we go. All right, drum roll. And now it's going. There it is. Name another book written by Dennis Kimbro and that we talk about on this Daily Motivations for African American Success. What is another book that we have mentioned several times? Drum roll. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody? What?
What's another book written by Dennis Kimbro that we've talked about on this show?
It's a black choice, right? All right, KL got it. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
You got that one, Brandon?
Yep, I got you.
All right. So I like it better this way. Let's go. One more.
See, everything
All
works
right.
out, right?
Y'all got to get ready for this one now because this is a two-part question. A two-part question. So here we go. All right. Two-part question. All right. We must go show it. Show it's a little delayed. All right. We must become wise enough to know when to say blank and when to say blank. Two part. Got to get both of them right.
KO said, "Take that, Miss Brenda." Uh-oh. We got some sportsmanship in here. We got some
All right.
When to say, you must become wise enough to know when to say blank and when to say blank. Two-part question. I just want the first one and the second one. All right. While y'all are thinking, y'all should know this. You got to pick the
What
hardest.
about you at Mike? You should know. You should know. I want to go Mike right.
Two-part question. Two-part question. That's half the answer. When to say blank and when to say blank. I want it in the order that we read it in. That was a hint. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Look, look.
Brenda. Yes.
Miss Brenda been eating her
No.
Wheaties.
Takes another point.
Makes another point, right? There you go, Lil Will.
Two
Makes
two
another
points for
point.
Brenda, 1 point for KL.
The score is 2-1.
Same
Man, I
people.
wish I could get my Instagram folks on here because I know some of them probably know this.
We might have to
But it's
do
all
something
good.
for them separate. We might have to. Okay, y'all ready? And then I'm going to talk about my little stuff here. And then, so this one's going to be a little tough. So eat your Wheaties. What power can reverse the fortunes of race?
Ooh.
If there's one power that can reverse the fortunes of race, what is it? I should have some music.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should sing for y'all. What's and change gonna come?
You ought to have the music playing.
In a little tent. Oh, and just like the river I've been running. Come on, y'all. Ever since. Come on. Come
Hold
on.
on,
No
I'm gonna get
answer.
something up on YouTube. We ain't gonna do this one. We ain't gonna do this one, Mama. I'm gonna get
You
some
get
music
on back
for
to
you,
that
baby.
island. Whatever. They're going to cut
I
me
ain't
out.
gonna.
Don't do that.
I don't think.
I'm a boy. Hey.
Okay, y'all. Time up on that one. So, if there's any power that can reverse the fortunes of race, it is character. I got that one. Y'all remember that now, don't you? It is character.
I
It's from the
remember.
back of the book. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking to the crowd. All right, so let's do one more, and then I'm going to tell you which is my favorite. Here, just one more. Just one more for the people in the back.
Dang.
All right. Oh, everybody ought to know this one. Everybody. All right. Even Gwen gonna come out the back and say, "Baby, I know that one."
They just walked in.
All right. Y'all ready? This is a two-part question. You need two answers. All right, here we go. Let the blank be told it's not them, it's blank. Let the blank be told it's not them, it's need a right quick answer.
This.
Let the blank be told it's not them, it's KL.
Yeah.
KL got it.
Oh, what's the
Good.
score?
KL.
The
I
score
think
is
we have
2-2.
What?
We have
2-2.
a tie. There's a tie.
Do
Yep.
we need a tiebreaker?
Did y'all hear the
Okay.
Jeopardy music in the background?
Yes, I did a little bit, and it stopped.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. After he
So
got it right.
this one, I'm gonna figure out
2-2.
how. This is a good tiebreaker. So, but let me figure out how. Oof. All right. I tell you what, I'm
We
not
have
gonna do
now
that one.
gone into sudden death overtime.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna
Mama,
try to figure this out.
do you know what day we started our first episode?
Do I know?
Yeah, I don't.
I
I was
thought
trying to
we
see if that's the
started
question
February 1st. Oh, I gave the answer. I don't know. February 1st.
You see.
Okay.
You gave the
Black
answer
history.
now.
Black history. But I have a tiebreaker. Okay, I have a tiebreaker. All right, so I'm gonna put. You see there. There's 3. Day 81. You can get
That's
there
true.
from
Yep.
here. Day 91. Word perfect, and day 80. Fatal attraction. Which one of those is my favorite out of the 3? You can get there from here. Word perfect or fatal attraction.
I know the answer to that one. I ain't gonna give it away.
Okay, so you can do 1, 2, or
on.
3. Number 1, no KL. So that one's out. He said fatal attraction. Y'all want to see him again? All right, y'all. Miss Brenda said you can get there from here. I like all of those, but my very favorite is word perfect because communication, y'all. Communication.
Yeah.
Really trying to throw it back in there real quick. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. She said, wait a minute.
I
Some
can see her
illumination, Miss Brenda.
Miss Brenda. So it is word perfect because of the communication and you guys I cannot say enough about between what is said and what is meant. What is said but not meant and what is meant but not said. Relationships are lost, even with ourselves. I'm not going to go back and read word perfect just because I want to be respectful for all of our time on this Friday night. But think about that, and I shared that today. I had a team meeting today, and I shared that, and it allowed us to have some really good connecting conversation, even about our relationships outside of work. And so, if you don't carry anything with you, be mindful of your words, the words that you speak into your life, into the life of those who you love, and that you do have a responsibility to make sure that you effectively communicate so that people know what you need and how you need it. And that if they're not if they're not successful in expressing to you what they need and how they need it, that you are available enough for yourself in order to be able to ask the right questions in the right way, to make sure that you are meeting the needs of those who you love, right? And you want to be in your life, and they're going to be in your life, right? So, Word Perfect was my baby because, and I have a lot of them, it was hard, but I had to take it back to the things that we speak. Do we speak life or do we speak death? Right? Do we encourage, right, people, or do we bring them down? Do we push them down? Do we bring them up? Do we push them down? Do we lift them up, right? Or do we take them back into their hell? So that was my baby. That was my baby. So we're right back to 2 and 2,
Still a
right?
tie.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
question for you, Mom.
Okay.
Who is the co-author of Think and Grow Rich, a Black?
Napoleon Hill, I think.
Good job. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I didn't know you know that. That's cool. Had to put
Must not
Mom on the
know
spot.
Go,
me.
Look,
auntie,
Hey,
go, auntie,
baby, I'm
go.
serious
y'all
about
see
this thing.
where I get
Oh
it from.
yeah,
I'm
she
serious.
knew
It's
See,
like,
this. She
that's
threw
it.
this,
yeah,
Mr.
my
Hawaii
one of my
man.
team members, one of our team members today, she was sharing. Who I wish I could remember who the guy was, but she was like, I think it was Kevin Hart. She said, "I'm gonna give you what you want, so you better know what you want, because I'm gonna give you what you
That's
want."
funny. He's down the street from the house right now. They're filming
Mm,
down the street at a
yeah, definitely.
Oh, they
they're
really? That's
filming
crazy.
fight night. Hmm.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
wow.
not a huge fan.
See,
Not I don't dislike him, but he's not. I'm not a fan. But she
Yeah, things
said,
have changed
I'm gonna
with
give you
him.
what you want. So that's it, you guys. A light happy hour, because it's all about the transformation, baby. And when it's all said and done, right? When it's all said and done, what was it? High five. You did that on purpose, right?
Hmm.
And word perfect, word perfect.
mhm.
But more importantly, which one is your favorite? And what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you picking it up? Are you picking it up? Right? So we will, Miss Brenda, I will connect with you so that I can get your Cash App and send you your prize. Same thing with you, KL. Um, I would get with y'all. I wish I had a question to make them break the tie for an extra. What's the one, you guys?
Um, we can do
KL and
like
Miss Brenda,
what
get ready.
year?
Um,
Okay, let's see. Let's see. What year was this book published? And the first person to say it or get closest to it, you get one pick, and you have to do it within 20 seconds. All right, you got 20 seconds. What year was this book published?
can't even find it on my book.
92.
I've said it a couple times on the show.
KL said 1992. I thought it was 1993.
89.
Which is it?
It's
Brandon?
1993.
I was right.
1993.
I
Yep.
won. Ding, 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 ding,
19.
ding. I
I think to
won.
be fair, I said whoever got closest.
So it would be
But
KL. KL came the
yeah, it would
closest.
be KA.
Okay.
Yep, to
All right.
1993.
Woody whoop whoop. How about that?
Good job,
Everybody
y'all.
wins, right?
Congratulations.
So, but
Huh?
you both get prize, a prize for your answers, right? For each answer. and then that
Yep.
main answer, right? That last one to break the tie. All right. So you both have my
He said
number.
I fat fingered.
Fat finger.
He meant to say 1999.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. So, and we'll be back in the morning for 101. Have to do something special for 111th day too, because those are my numbers, right? So,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you to both of you. It's my hope that you guys, you two, will do something, start something together here. Miss Brenda, if you don't mind, before we get out of here, will you list those books that you shared with us previously? I want Little Wheel, Big Wheel to see those. Will you just send those to us here, and I'm going to put them out, and everybody else, because you gave us some good titles of some good books there. So if you'll just put them there really quick as we work to close out. And we probably, Brandon, let's do this for Instagram. Let's do something when it gets back rolling, because they rock with us out there too. And then Lil
Yeah,
Will,
yeah.
make a point. We got to get you to connect your Instagram, because they don't lock you
Yeah.
down. Yeah, it's just it's simple. It's a simple process.
Okay.
Yeah. KL said get shrimp on the show. I've tried. You know, he's not show material right now, I guess, but I've tried. So what, Brandon? Why
I
are
was
you
just laughing
laughing?
at you, Mom. I was like, you ain't show. You said cuz ain't show material. It's okay. It's okay. I
Well,
get
I'm
it.
just saying
You know,
I've asked.
I know. I'm just messing. You know, the cookout. You checking everybody. Somebody else got
Yeah.
to eat besides me.
Hey Brandon, I got I ordered you a Corona and some hot wings. It was on happy hour,
I,
so we gotta wait on that too.
I, I you know, I don't drink, cuz. Give me a Quran instead, man.
Sure, I got you. It's matter of fact, give me a second. It's gonna be ginger beer.
Ginger
All
beer.
right.
You drink ginger beer?
It's not beer. It's just
I
actually
know, but
like
I'm saying, do
smoking. Mm-hmm.
you drink? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, wait. Miss Brenda is getting typing that in for us, you guys. So, any final words before we get ready to jump off?
Man, for me, just that I really appreciate both of you and everybody that's been coming here and this time every morning at 7 a.m. There's so many other things that you could be doing. One of them could be sleeping. One of them could be rushing out the door to go do one of the million things I know that everybody has to do. So thank you for spending time with us and making us one of those things that you do every day. So I really, really appreciate the people that are here. Really. And I just ask for those day ones, just please 5 a.m. for KL. Yeah, man, that's super early. That's a big sacrifice. So I just ask for those day ones. Not that you don't already do enough, but invite some people that are just like you, that you know need this. Please share with other people the value that you found in this podcast. Again, we don't make any on this. If anything, like my mind is giving away. So this is really coming from a place of just wanting to see transformation and wanting to be an example that we want in the world. So thank y'all for rocking with us. Please invite somebody to come see tomorrow morning or as soon as you can. Oh, Brenda posted all the
All
books.
the joy you
Okay.
can stand. So, all the joy you can stand. Um, let's see, is it what keeps me standing? Letters from that's the one. What keeps me standing? Letters from Black grandmothers on peace.
That sounds good.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah, what keeps me
Ooh.
standing? Letters from Black grandmothers on peace. Hope and Inspiration by Dennis Kimbro. Look at it. She done
A
ventured on out
screenshot.
to another book.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get I think we should do we should really try to get Dennis Kimbro to come on the show
Yeah.
or something. You know. I
Yeah. I
wonder what his
started back
situation is.
looking
I'm
for
gonna
him.
do my best to find him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Y'all
Let's do
pray for
that.
us to be able to find Mr. Kimbro and get him on this show, y'all. Please keep that in your prayers. All right.
Yeah. All right. So I know you
Well,
got to
Will's
get
being
back to
called
the
right now.
baby.
Let's let Will go.
Oh, I didn't
Hear
know
his
y'all
baby
could
in the
hear her.
background. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my little baby cousin, man. she sounds like she calling for daddy. So I feel bad now. We can't keep it for too long.
Nah, y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. Thank y'all for thinking of me to participate and be a part of the show. I think Auntie has said it at least 3 or 4 times at this point. So we have to figure out some type of schedule to get in some podcast on some topic. I can see why Instagram was knocking at your door. So I don't know if we should get that hot and heavy into a subject, but something that kind of touches on it, that provides a solution or a outlet for those who need some sense of mind around so many things going on in the world could be great. Or maybe we can do letters from a Black grandmother's on peace, hope, and inspiration. Yeah, don't know. We don't know what's going to come of it, but I'm all for it. I'm game for it, Auntie. So you have my commitment to that, to trying to make that happen. At least before let me say before next year, or maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
You guys, The Souls of Black Folk by W.E.B. Du Bois would be a good one as well. The Souls of Black Folk.
So funny tidbit.
You can
Auntie. So that's Glenn's and now Nyla's cousin.
Oh, Brandon, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Brandon.
What is that? That's her cousin?
That's Glenn's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk to him about something.
So we're gonna have to dig deep into the family tree, but I was really surprised when I heard about that one. So their family has a historian.
Du Bois is her cousin? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's the author. He's the Talented 10.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not. No,
I mean the play.
Yeah,
the play.
The play was by Du Bois.
Right.
That it was from his ideas.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so man, Mom. You see that? How that's great.
Yeah, because we were just talking about him.
We were just talking. We're wanting to put on here based on the Talented. And I don't know if you remember, but in college we performed that play in college, and I played a character named Bernard, and Mom came to see it. So that's interesting how you ended up marrying while we're talking about it this week. That she's related. That's crazy to me, but that's how it works, man. You never know.
I'm excited about it. I just know what's in the bloodline. So we'll see how this little one or our little ones turn out. So we're planning on having another one, guys. So we just don't know when yet.
All right, cool. Cause all right, man. But I'm too light skinned to be blushing on here, man. Yeah, I love it. You have another one. All right. All right, cool. So much, Mom. Thank you. Appreciate you. What?
Right now? Like
no, I knew.
No.
Pause. I knew that's what you thought.
Okay, but that would have been a good thing. Now is the time.
All right.
Grow up together.
Oh, it's funny. Another listen. Down the street is the W.E.B. Du Bois. Forgot what the type of school is. It's not. I think is it. I can't remember the rest of the title, but there's a school that is essentially elementary through middle school ages down the street. So that was another thing. Mm-hmm. But we might not be here too much longer. So we'll see. If we're still here, she definitely is going to go to the school, and we're definitely going to tell everybody.
All right.
Wow.
Is it for boys and girls, or just boys? Is it for boys and girls?
Boys and girls. Yep.
Okay. All right. I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Cool. Well, thank y'all for rocking with this happy hour. Be back in the morning. It's past my bedtime. I'm looking forward to hearing what you and Brandon will put together and do. You just start with once a month, pre-record and release. You can always go to YouTube. So we need to get together and make that happen.
Ma'am.
Okay?
Yeah, let's do something. All right. Love y'all. Happy
Love y'all. I'll connect with
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. I received it.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Well, peace, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day, Miss Brenda. If you have kids, we don't know, but I'm going to just say Happy Mother's Day because you help raise somebody.
She has a 47-year-old. She has a 47-year-old son.
Okay.
We found out a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he looks 47. So how about that? All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
All
All
right.
right.
See y'all in the morning. Peace.
Love.